Sounds good. Later. Damn, I might be going to India. So I might be going to India in like 2 weeks. Might be going to India in 2 weeks. That's crazy. It's for the Indian Open hosted by Global Sports. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm going to start making this a regular thing. Yeah, towards the end of the year, I got really burnt out. Honestly, I thought I was good, and now it's creeping back up. But there's a lot of things going on. It's the end of the projects. Wasn't certain about what was going on with Vuori. Our contract was coming to an end. Vuori is a huge deal for me. They've been incredibly supportive, and of course, like, aside from just pushing me creatively, they are also a really big reason why I'm even able to do the thing that I'm doing right now. They fund a large portion of this thing. Not to say that I'm making a ton of money, but it's enough to keep me afloat, allow me to reinvest in things and create different things. I know this is a pickleball channel, and you're probably like, why is this guy always talking about running? I've always kind of ran. I wasn't like a big competitor, didn't do it super consistently, but my dad was really into running. If you don't know the story, my dad died in 2015. He died in a climbing accident. And one of the things that he brought up a few years before he passed away was challenging my brothers and I to qualify for the Boston Marathon. If you aren't aware, the Boston Marathon is arguably like the pinnacle of running events. It's the most like esteemed one. It's the one that people really want to qualify for, and if they can't qualify, they want to win a lottery for it. A lot of people just want to run it. It's like a huge bucket list item for a lot of runners. But my dad had challenged my brothers and I, and even back then, like, we weren't big, huge runners. We always just kind of brushed it off because we're like, oh, like, we will never be able to do that, because it does take a certain type of runner, and you have to be pretty fast. Qualifying times are not a joke. And now with the recent surge of popularity in running, it's becoming even more difficult. But anyways, it just kind of became one of those things that is on my bucket list for, I don't know what to call it, like a grieving bucket list. It's just like, my dad never even got to see me try, right? Like, I never even got to run with him. So 2023 was Houston Marathon. It was like January 2023. That was my first and only attempt at trying to qualify for Boston. I got a 3:08. The qualifying time is a 3:05. So now it's almost exactly 2 years later. Not running Houston, but I am running the half marathon in Austin. It's formerly known as a 3M. It's 2 years later, so it is going to be super interesting. It is going to be really interesting to see what my pace is going to be like for this. I think my previous half marathon PR is like a 1:30. For this one, I'm shooting for a sub 1:25. Yeah, it'll be interesting. My legs are beat. My lungs feel good. The training's been not as consistent as it was for Houston, but this is kind of like a last minute thing that I signed up for. I'm not going to make any excuses. I'm planning on going out there and giving it my everything. So the Indian Open is in February. It's the biggest pickleball event. It's the biggest pickleball event in Asia, and it's going to be held in Mumbai. They're saying it's going to be a prize pool of $120,000 with 1,800 players competing. I'm not really sure what this infrastructure is going to be like. I'm sure it won't be as polished as the PPA or the APP, but got to start somewhere, right? And it's great that it's even becoming a global thing. This is supposed to be the first stop of many on this tour, and it's hosted again by Global Sports, a sports management firm, and someone from the Bollywood scene, which I also know nothing about. And because I am a content creator, I do want to talk about one thing, which is about cameras, devices, all those nice things. I just got one. This is the iPhone 16 Pro. This is it. Got the Spigen case. It's got the magnet. It's got like a kickstand for it too. Yeah, anyways, I was trying to think of ways to create more consistently and not feel overwhelmed by having to take out this DSLR. And the iPhone model I had before this was the 11. I was rocking that for years. So I was due for an upgrade. I want to show off some accessories that I got. One of them is this Moft case. So it goes on the back. It's like, you know, pretty discreet. What's nice is it comes out as a tripod. The magnet is actually pretty strong, but this is great if you're going to start filming yourself. Like, this is a good height. Also, you can of course tilt it if you want to watch stuff. I like that a lot. I'm always watching stuff on my phone. And something else that's really, really nice is this attachment here. This of course does not come with it. So neither does this ring, but here it is. So the point of this is to be able to attach a lens. Not just any lens though. You can't just throw on an ordinary lens, but what you can do is you can put on this ND filter. This ND filter, you'll see it's dark, light. This controls the amount of light coming through to the lens. You can think of this as tint, but this is adjustable tint. It's interesting that they don't have this for cars yet. But anyways, you could put this over it and it goes over pretty seamlessly there. Just get it on. And then you have the ND filter, which is cool. So that's one of the gadgets I got. And then I wanted to get a tripod. This is the tripod. This is a Sensine. This is cool. I wanted something that I could travel with. This is pretty low-key relative to most tripods. So I'm assuming you just like pull this. That's nice. Adjustable clamp. Rotates. Great. Nice. I know these legs come out somehow. Oh, okay. So here, and then the legs come out. Look, is this going to be the most stable tripod? Definitely not, so would not recommend in windy conditions, but it'll get the job done. And of course, what's really nice is that you can use it as a selfie stick, just like here. Bought most of this stuff because I also wanted to bring it to India. Anyways, I didn't even really get to tell you about India. Going with a paddle brand, filming some of their pros, and this is a newer paddle brand. I'm gonna help them with their content strategy and help them create some content. Merch. I have a new shirt that we've been working on. It took quite a bit back and forth, but we got it to like a good point where I feel really good about it. I think some of the previous designs, maybe a mistake I made or something that I'm just learning, is about like creating a design that stands alone, doesn't feel like it's a replica of something else or an imitation of something else. Totally okay with being inspired by stuff, but I think some of the designs just felt like I like certain designers and certain type of streetwear, and I wanted to just take the same design, just change the text out, right? That's what it felt like for the first design. The second felt more like kind of like American tattoo, skateboard, surf brand kind of style. The shake and bake, that came pretty organically. Yeah, I didn't feel like nothing really comes to mind as far as like what we took the inspiration from. I would give a lot of the credit to the print shop and the artist that designed it. I just gave him some like loose ideas. Honestly, he's the one who put it all together, made it look good. And then this design, we went through, I think like 3 design iterations. Came off a little basic, and I explained it to them that I think that was my wrongdoing. I throw a bunch of inspiration at them, and I don't think I'm articulating what I want exactly. And then the artist, same artist that I've been working with since the horseshoe, the ball never lies design. Yeah, he's done a really great job with this design. I really, really like it. But yeah, I'm excited to get it out to you guys. I've been trying to figure out how to release it in a more seamless way. I don't really have the I got this weird website situation going on, and I think I'm just going to end up setting up a website on my own. I will make a video about the paddles. I have the Invader, of course the Carbon, and the 11624 Vapor. All interesting paddles. Of course, I think everyone knows my favorite one. I've been maining that paddle for a while. Selkirk did send me these shoes. So they sent me the Court Strike Pros. These are the Court Strikes. Looks like these are going to be retailed for 99 bucks. Cool. I'm excited to try them out. They look like honestly kind of look like Nike SBs a little. Kind of do, right? Not here, but just this top. Or is it the Jordan 1s? I think it's the Jordan 1s where it kind of has that look. Whenever it comes to court shoes, two things always kind of stand out for me. One is always the height. Because pickleball is a multi-directional sport, I would prefer that the heel be pretty low to the ground. Running shoe, higher. It's not terrible, right? In most cases, you're just going in a linear direction. The second thing that stands out is always this inner toe drag. They did it on this one, which is great. I did test the Court Strike Pros, the all black ones. They felt a little high off the ground, which I don't love. Right now I'm using the Head Revolts. Chris Olsen made a post about them. I think it's the one that he plays with. I bought 4 pairs of them. They went on sale for like 50 bucks a pair. I'm going to get real cheesy with you, and I'm going to talk about the 2025 New Year's resolution, or the intention, as I like to call it. For me, I think you see a lot of people go in the direction of less. And my thought on doing less, or saying yes to less things, and that whole kind of cliche mindset that's been picked up now, is I think that's a luxury for people. Being able to say no is a luxury to a degree. I think at the stage where I'm at, of course it's all contextual. The stage where I'm at right now is I'm trying to say yes to more things. Of course, I'm not just going to say yes blindly, but I tend to overthink things, and I've defaulted to no for like the past year and a half. I try to be more selective, and now I'm trying to open the gates back up. I want to say yes to more things. Of course, within reason, I'm also going to ask for the things that I feel like I deserve or feel like that I've earned. But overall, the theme is just more, and it's more effort. It's more investment in the relationships that I have, in the friendships, in the community that I'm building, more risk, more action, less thinking, more travel. I don't think I took any leisure travel last year. I think it's also really, really easy to underestimate just how much we're capable of, and we can default to saying no to things rather than saying yes, and just, there's so much opportunity out there, and I don't want to miss out on it, being subject to FOMO in a way. Yeah, I'm just trying to shift my thinking. I'm trying to increase my output, trying to increase my capacity. I think I've gotten so used to saying no that my output and my capacity has been limited by myself. I've been my own it's like I've been my own governor for my own car in a way. More time outside, more supporting my friends, more casual encounters, more fun. It's very easy for me to take things very seriously, so more fun too.